everyone, it's Kay from the Paper Shed. Hope you're all doing well. I'm back with my second DT project for Vals Crafts Creations, and this kit for September is absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, I have problems with my printer because I've changed my computer, and for some reason it's altered my printer. I don't understand it. But I'm getting very dull prints, so this unfortunately probably doesn't do this justice. But some of these papers are absolutely stunning and I absolutely love it. It's very shabby chic. It's got quite a lot of, I've printed some bits out that I think I'm going to use for the project, so I'm just going to give you a quick flip through of the bits that I've picked to do. And as I say, my printer is playing up, so I'm getting very dull prints. It's not as vibrant as I'd like it to be. But some of these are amazing. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. So I can't wait to get started on a project. I'm going to start and I'm going to go and cut all this out, and then I'm going to come back and start a project for you. So bear with me, I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I've done a little bit of fussy cutting and got a few bits together, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little page flippy flappy for a journal. I have seen this done many times before. I do love a flippy flappy in a journal, and my inspiration came from Fiona at Miss Paint-A-Lot. From one of her September dailies. So I'm going to recreate it, but in a lovely floral. The one that she did was very grungy. So those two pieces there are going to be my flippy flappy outfits. And I just want to pick, I am going to make a journal out of this, I think. It's absolutely stunning. So I think I will make a journal eventually. So this will be the start of something in my journal. So I'm thinking I only need half a page. And I do like this one, but I also like that one. Although that music page was nice, because we are going to cover it up. And then there's 2 half pages there. See, these are gorgeous. But again, it's covering them up. But he's lovely, isn't he? The bird. I think we'll go with the half of the music page. So I'm just going to halve that. Yeah, I think we'll stick with the music page there. So I'm going to cut it down slightly because it's got to fit onto a journal page. So I want to, it's going to be, let me just halve it and then we'll find out sort of what the size is there. So we have a piece, oh, I haven't cut that properly, hang on just a second. Okay, so say we've got 5 1/4 across, 5 3/4 across, sorry. I think I'll cut a little bit off this side, although I do like that green. And I am going to sew this eventually, so I think I'm going to knock it down to 5 1/2, because that more or less will probably fit into a journal. Now, I could afford to take off the bottom. What have we got height-wise? Oh, it's quite big, isn't it? So I'm going to do this at about 7, maybe 7 1/2. I just need to mark it on my page because the footer doesn't do it for me. So I'm just going to make that about 7 1/2. So it's about there. So I'm just going to snip that off. And then we've got our base page. Okay, we can use that for something. That one is rubbish. And that is still another part of that. That's rubbish. And so we've got our base page, so I can put these ones away now for the time being until we come to decorate. Then I'm going to make my flippy flappies out of this. Now you can do them with envelopes. Envelopes are a great resource for flippy flappies. If I just get you a couple to show you what I mean. And I probably could have used these and covered them. Oh, might be an idea. Just bear with me, I might be changing my mind. Okay, so we've got a flippy flappy, and a little bit big actually. I'd like them to be smaller. So you'd put a flippy flappy that side and you'd put a flippy flappy on the other side. Sorry about my chair squeaking. And then you would put another flippy flappy on this side so they would cross over like so. That is how I would have it. You can put flippy flappies from the top and the bottom. You can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to create a page that you can, because you can make these up out of, you know, kits that you've got bits left over from something, for instance, and stick them in your stash like this, and then decorate them as and when you want to. They're a great resource for that, and it's a full page in your journal with lots and lots of, you know, bits and pieces and tucks and pockets and things. So it's great for that. So that is what we're going to recreate, but I'm going to do it with the papers instead of envelopes because I want to make them a certain size. I want to get the crossover a little bit better. So how you would do it with a sheet is decide on what size you want. Now I want it to sort of come, I don't want them to be very big, so I sort of want them to come about there. What size would that give me? Oh, yeah, so let's say we'll do that on 6. Okay, I'm just going to fold it over because I want it to come to just past the middle. So about there. So what size is that? That's 64, which is great. Okay, so we're just going to crease that down there. And I don't think I will get 2 out of the 1. So what we'll do, sorry, we need the cutter back for this. So I'm just going to cut this there on 6. Okay, and what we want here is we want an extra bit of flap so that you can attach it to there. So you can make that however big you want. I tend to do it at about 1 inch just to make sure that I've got it on the page. Plus, because I want to sew, I want to make sure that that is quite far in and not on the edge. So I'm going to do that with both pieces. Now these are not throwaway, these are bits that we can use again. So I'm going to do the same with this one. So I want to bring it in by 4. I just use this as the measure. I want to bring this in by about 4. Too far. Right. And just give that a slice up there, and then I want to cut it at 6. I do that first. You can do it however you feel comfortable. I do that first because it helps with my cutter. I'm going to keep getting my my really large cutter out, trimmer out, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so now we've got our 2 envelopes as such. So I haven't got a nice lilac. I'll just stick with a vintage photo. So I'm just going to give it a bit of okay, so we've got that and that. So let's get that just bone folded in. Okay, bone fold that one in and that one in, and then what we can do is we can get those glued. I'm just gonna put a bit of ink down there just in case you can see any white ones we've glued. Because I wasn't being precise. I'm sort of in the midst of trying to get my videos a little shorter. Not shorter, what do I mean? I don't mean shorter, do I? Well, I do mean shorter. Oh, I like seeing that lace at the top there. That's quite nice. So that's the effect that we're going to get. This is going to be your first flip, and this is going to be your second flip. Okay? So, and then it's all going to be decorated up. So this is going to be a pocket from the top, and this is going to be a pocket from the top. So we want notches in here. Now I don't want it on the front, so I'm just going to get these two pieces together, like so. And I'm just going to knot, is that the top? That's the right way around, isn't it? Ah, okay, so one's that way, one's that way. Let's just do them separately. So we're trying to overthink it. You can use absolutely anything to make a notch. I tend to use circles a lot, but you can use anything. You can even use a tab punch like this to just make a different type of notch. You can actually put a tab in, like a file folder tab. You can do lots of things actually. You don't need to actually make a circular notch. So if you've got any punches, use them as a resource, because they are useful in lots of ways. I'm only making little ones. I just want to be able to see that you know, that is a pocket and there will be something in it. So let's just get that glued up. So we're just going to glue on the bottom and down the side there. Okay, and that's going to hold quite a bit. I'm going to probably just make a large journaling card, but we'll see. I'll see what we can get in. We don't want them to be overly bulked out, only because obviously with it being a journal page, you want to keep the bulk to a minimum. Oh, my glue's decided to give up the ghost. Okay, that should be enough. Okay, so we've got that one, and we've got that one at the bottom top. So we're now going to pop these into place. I just want to see where they might be. I want to be able to see that lace, so I want to sort of put them with a bit of a gap. Could do that one from the bottom actually. So let's get this one on from the bottom. That's a good starting point. I just need to unblock my glue because it's not free flowing at the moment. So how is everyone? I hope everyone is doing well. I'm in the midst of getting ready to go back to the UK, and I'm only really coming for a short trip. this time. So I just want to see, I've had 2 grandbabies that have gone and started school this year. So I just wanted to go and see them at school. So I'm hoping to go shortly for that. I'm just waiting on some information. And then we're hoping to plan a holiday, but I don't know where. We were meant to be going, we were going to Bali. Everything was booked. And yeah, we got to the airport and my husband didn't have enough in Bali. They're quite strict. And my husband actually didn't have enough time on his passport, so they refused us entry. So luckily we hadn't left Qatar. We were still in Qatar. They sort of pulled it up as we were going through. So yeah, so that was a devastating blow when that happened. But you know, these things happen and we have to just move on and get on with it. Right, so that's the bases. I've made some mini envelopes up because I'm thinking I might use some mini envelopes. I have cut out a few of the bits and pieces, so I will be using those as well to do things. But in that middle, we're going to put a belly band. So I want to pick one of these. So we're going to put a nice belly band in. Oh, well, we can do it shorter. It's a little short. No, I wonder if I could just do it. I just thought these would be great because they're for the length. Although if I do it from the bottom and leave the top, it will actually leave. I don't want to see that though there, do I? Maybe I should have put that at the top as well. I wanted that lace showing though. But anyway, so I'm going to do a belly band here. So I'm thinking that I could cut this down a little bit because I'm covering an awful lot of the paper up that I want to be able to see. If I do it to the top, I could actually do something with that, couldn't I? Yeah, so I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to make my own because that's just going to annoy me. So we have some of this left with the same paper on. A little bit of the lace is still on that, which is the other half to this. So that's what we cut off. Or should I say that's what we cut off? So I'm going to make a belly band out of that. So I'm just going to determine whatever size you want as a belly band. I'm just going to have a look and see what I like. Yeah, about that. So I have made mine 1 3/4 inch. And with this one, oh, sorry for the banging. So I want that to be at the top, and that to be at the bottom. And I am going to sew around this as well. And that's left me seeing that little butterfly, although it won't because when you put the cards in, it'll cover that anyway. So yeah, so we're going to put a belly band there. So I need to cut it at 6, don't I? No, it wasn't 6, was it? It was 7.5. Yeah. So I need to cut it at 7.5, and I'm going to cut that off from the bottom because I want that lacy bit still on the top. Where's my pencil? Oh, there you are. So I just want to cut that there. I'm just going to freehand it. Not that I can ever cut a straight line. Definitely not straight. Let's just have a look at that. Not quite perfect. I'll just trim that just a little bit. Okie dokie, let's get that inked. And we'll get that. Oh, I can't stick it in, can I? Because I want to sew. So we'll get to the bit where, or with what we're going to do. So we've got the belly band there, so that's going there. Then we've got, I want 2 pockets on here, 1 on each side. And then on this side, I'm going to do a cluster, and on this side, I'm going to do a cluster. And then we've got cards to make to go in there as well. And then that gets put onto your journal page. Lovely. So I'm going to go and do my sewing because I think for the clusters, I'm going to have some sewing to do on those as well. And I can't do that on camera. So I'll be back. Okay, so I've done my sewing. I've sewn all the way around. You really don't need to do that. I just like to do some sewing occasionally and thought that this would be a nice project to do that with. I've gone around my belly band as well. And what I've done is I've done a halfway stitch as well, so that we're only going to glue that in, and then that card is going to fit into there, and the other card is going to fit into this side. So I think that's okay. So we'll get that glued in. So we're just going to glue the top and the bottom and the middle, across the middle there. Okay, we're going to eyeball the centre. I'm not really overly fussed. Make sure it's straight, and then get a bone folder because of the stitches. I just need to make sure that that is glued in okay, without it being too bulky. And then for these ones, I'm just going to put, I'm thinking maybe lace, and they fit nice, and yeah, they just about fit in there. And I think that's quite nice. I want that to go around the other way though, because that's the open bit. So yeah, I'm thinking a little bit of lace with a tab maybe, or just a tab. I quite like that butterfly showing there, although it's not quite far enough out, is it? Yeah, but I want to see the stitching as well. So let's take that out of it, let that dry. Okay, so still got quite a bit to do. So what I'm going to do with these, I want to leave them plain on the back, so they're just plain white on the back, just for journaling space really. So I'm thinking maybe a couple of little tags. Have I got a couple here? Little ones, yeah. I've got some little ones. Have I got some lace? Let me just see if I've got a little bit of lace that I can use. Tiny bit, maybe. The trouble is I don't really want to overbulk. No, I think we'll just stick with the tabs. And I've got these little cream ones all ready to go. Yeah, that'll be enough, I think. So just get those glued on. Now I have picked a little bit of green card because I want some circles on my oh, that's way over. There we go. That's fine. And this one, that's way over as well. Okay, so that's our middle done. Let's just get that. I have sorted a little bit of green card. Yeah, that's cute. That might need something on there. I'll think about it. Let's get these done. So I found a little bit of green card. Now you might be looking at that and thinking, wow, that's really dark. But actually, when I've put it onto a tag, because I wanted it to cut these little reinforcers out for my tags. And when I've put them on the tags, they do actually look quite nice. I just thought what I would do is give it a bit more sturdiness and a little bit more of a pop to just back these little pockets that I want. I just wanted to give it a bit of a pop. So we'll see. If it works, it works. If not, we haven't lost anything, have we? But being straight would definitely help. I cannot cut a straight line to save my life. Let's cut one out at a time. I am better with these lengths, with the bigger scissors. I think it needs to be cut a bit more this side. So I'll just trim that off. A bit more. Yeah, that's better. It just makes it pop a little bit, and I quite like the look. So I'm going to just cut that down a little bit more. Oops. Okay, and down again, and across. Yeah, that needs straightening up and making it a little bit thinner. Okay, so we've got those two labels. I don't know if I need that again, but I will show you how I do my reinforcement holes. Just in case you don't know and you're new to it, it's just what I do to add a pop of colour occasionally. And I could have done those in green just to have made that green pop a bit, because there was quite a bit of green in these. But I already had those at hand, so, and they are going to be hidden once it's closed, so I'm not overly concerned about that. So what we wanted to do is put pockets on. Did I sort that? I did. So did I sort the pockets? So I've sorted the pockets and what I'm going to put into it. So I'm going to have one pocket here. I'm going to have one pocket here. You can put them wherever you want. I haven't done them right to the edge because of folding them in. And then that's going to go in that pocket, and that's going to go in that pocket. And then we've got I've just cut some tags down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the little labels here, here and here. And then I've cut some little tags down, and I'm just going to pop those in there. But what I wanted some reinforcement holes in those. So that's why I want the green. So to bring that all together, this is what will happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a green tag on there, a green reinforcer on there, so that I can line it up in the centre. And I'll do the same with this one. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in and make that hole in the tag. Okie dokie. And then that's going to fit into there. And again, I've left these blank on the back so that they can be used for journaling space. So I hope it's all making sense. Okay, let's get this pocket on. First pocket on. Should we notch them? No, I'm not gonna notch these ones. That's the top, isn't it? Don't want to be putting it upside down. I've done that many times. Okay, so we're going to fit that one onto here. Okay, and then I'm going to fit this one onto there. Is it straight? Yeah, it is. And then I'm going to fit that one into there. Do the same on this side. Yeah, that's the top. So I'm going to be bringing the green through on some of the tags and stuff that I'm going to be putting on the front. So so that it all incorporates better. So we're just going to stick those ones onto there. Straight as possible. It really picks up that green, I think. The green in there, it's a lovely colour green. So this one then goes into there, and this one goes into there. There's a little journaling space. Now we can put something on that in there if you want to. I'm going to leave it for now just because I'm on video. But you can. It will take it. I'll bring that up because I just want to see that flower. And there we have the inside. So I hope all that made sense. And I hope you like it. So I'm going to make a couple of clusters to go on the top of here. And I'll just show you how to do those reinforcing holes. So all I do is I get my hole punch, and you don't need a crocodile to do this. You can use any hole punch that you have. Just sort of make sure that it goes at least, you know, the width of one of those in, so that you've got enough space. And then just cut a couple of holes. And I tend to do a line at a time. And then I've got a 5/8 of an inch circle punch. And then you literally just pop that in over there, centralise that hole that you've already done, and cut them out. Punch them out. And I quite enjoy doing these. That way then you can incorporate any colour into your designs then, onto your tags, just to enhance the colours of things. And I just think they're a great way for a pop of colour, which I think that's worked out really well. I think I should have done those, to be honest, in the green, but that particular one is a dye, and it meant I would have had to have got everything out. So I'm not going to do that. So I've dyed a little bit of mummy cloth. It hasn't come out as green as I'd have wanted it, but it's all I had. It's the only colour I've got to do it with. So we're going to stick with that. We are going to use the kit to do it with. I did also think, because they're the other way up, aren't they? I did also think with these tags that I might try and incorporate a little envelope on here to have a little card in. Again, I just think it's a nice little feature. You could put a nice little green card in there, for instance, and leave it open, or you could close it so that it can be a secret little pocket, and you can have a pocket at the back also. But because they've gone in sideways, it means my envelopes are going to be like that, although the belly band would keep the envelope closed. So that's a possibility. I may do that before I'm finished. That didn't stick. So yeah, you know, there's alternatives. You can do alternatives to that. The other thing that I was going to do is fill these two pockets here. Now I've got these two tags, but I don't want this decorative top area, so I want to cut that off. They are going to fit nicely in there, but I don't want that decorative edge. I really don't want to cut off too much of the picture, so that's those. And then I'm going to just trim with my little tag card, just a couple of edges here, just to make them into a form of tag. Turn that over, line it up properly. And again, we're going to need to stick those rings on. So we'll pop some rings in the middle there. Just need to find out where the middle is. So my middle is about here. So if I just do that on both, it should be more or less the same. Oh, I need to mark it down because I want to put the circle on first. So I would say about here. So I'm going to put a couple of these ring reinforcers on, and then I'm going to cut it. Where's my glue? There's my glue. So again, the same. Just do that. Stick that on there. Do the same on this one. Stick that on there. Oh, that's a lot higher than that one. Okay, and I'm just going to use this to go over the hole. That's that one done. The trouble is when I do it wet, they stick to the inside. And I can't see where I need to go. Okay. So I haven't inked on these either, I do apologise. So I'm just going to ink around those, and then they can go in the pockets, and then our inside is complete. Okay, now when I'm doing clusters, I am very, very indecisive. So I'm probably going to gather my things together and then just put it together on screen for you. So I'll do that. So I'll go away and then I'll come back. So I just want to stick those in there for you. So that one goes in there. I'm probably going to turn that the other way, to be fair. Only because you will see the white on the front if you don't turn them over for the inside, like so. So there's that done. We just need a cluster for there and a cluster for there, and they need to be fairly thin clusters. So I'm probably going to incorporate my envelopes and I'm probably going to use a tag as my base, and then I'm going to use some little bits from the kit, and then I'll probably have to use some bits that I've already got. So I will do that. I won't assemble them. I will just get my bits together because I am really indecisive. And once I know how I'm going to put it together, I'll come back and show you how I'm doing it. So I'll be back. Okay, so I think I've made my mind up on what I want to do and which one's going where. I've made them fairly similar, just to try and keep it into, you know, into the feel of the flippy flappy itself. So we're going to do this one first, because this is going to be my inside piece. Now you can flip flap this any way you want. It doesn't have to be like this, so it's entirely up to you. So I'm going to have a piece of, which one am I doing? This one. I want to do this one first. I'm going to have a piece of mummy cloth down there, and I want my tag to go like so. And then I haven't inked that. Sorry, I thought I was organised, and obviously I am not. And I don't think I've done my envelopes. So I have these, I can't even remember where they came from. I've got a feeling, no, it's no good me guessing because I'm not sure. But they're printables, and it's just a load of different addresses, people's addresses, and just the way, and you just rip them up. You literally rip them, you don't cut them out. You can, I suppose, if you want to, but they come in on a page. I will see if I can find out where I had it from, and I'll let you know if you're interested, that is. So I'm thinking that and that is all I actually need. So we're just going to do it a one bit at a time. So I'm going to put this down here and get that glued on. This is sort of where you can sort of manipulate it to be where you want it to be to get the best colour out of it. I'm then going to stick this on, and I've stuck a little green reinforcer there just to bring that in, although I haven't got it on the front bit. So I'm going to put that there and stick that down. Then I think I'm going to have this about here. Where was I going to put this? I think it fits here. If I pop that behind there, it will actually fit. If I bring that out a little bit more before it's completely stuck, then I can pop that there. So I'll pop that there first. I hope you can actually see. I am terrible for this. I tend to lean towards me rather than into the desk. So I do apologise for that. That's not where I want you. So I'm thinking about here. So yeah, she did. Val thought of everything when she made this kit, because it's got fussy cuts, it's got words, it's got little labels, it's got quite a lot of things in it. So it's quite a nice kit. Before I fully stick that, I just want to ink up this envelope because I want to get that in. Oh, I think, yeah, I do want it that way. That'll do. So I'm going to leave it open, and I just want to stick that in just behind there like that before I stick that one down. Okay, so there's a nice little cluster. Hope you like that. And then the front one is going to be more or less the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this one down this side. Now all I've done here, because I haven't got another tag, is I've used one of the pieces that were in the kit and I've just cut it down. So it was one of these, they're on a page on their own. So it's what I thought was belly band, which they are belly bands. You just use them in a different way. So I'm using it like this. And so I'm just using that as my base. So I'm going to stick that down. First, and I sort of want this more centralised because I want it to be the front. So I've sort of come into the page a little bit more with that one, but I'm using the same sort of things. So I want to put him there. I haven't done my inking for that one. And I think I want this. Do I want it? I think I'm going to put it that way. Yeah, I'm going to put it in that way, like so. And then I'm going to put this in. And I quite like the fact that you could write on that if you wanted to. Before I actually stick that down, I just want to see where I'm going to put my envelope now, because I think I want it under there. This is the trouble with clusters. I wanted it in there, look, and it's already stuck. That's it. That's where I want it. So let me just ink that up, because I forgot again. Okay. That's enough. Let's just stick you down. Okay. So I'm going to put you under there, because I want to see this flower and I want that to be empty. And then that needs a bit more glue because it needs to be restuck. I'm going to leave it empty because I'm probably going to put a card in there, and then this one can get stuck down. Is it level? I can't tell without looking at it. Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I'm going to need some ink though in there if I'm going to leave it open. Oh, I like it. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we're just going to stick a thing on to hold it down. So I'm going to use a piece of the kit because the other pieces are not long enough. So I am going to make it out of this. Now, I don't want it that wide, obviously. I wonder how big it actually needs to be. See, that's quite cute. But I just want to pick something nice to go over the top. Could have actually done a bit of, yeah, that one's nice. So you can't get the whole of that in. It doesn't need to be very big. Yeah, it needs to be much slimmer than that. I need something really slim. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to cut this like little lace trim out because it doesn't need to be very big, very long. It just needs to go over the top. Okay. And then, so I'll link that up. We could round the corner, maybe not. I don't know how long I've been on, so I don't know how long the video is already. and that's just going to get glued in the middle there, and it's going to come over. So I just need it to come over to the top of that lip and in line with it. So I'm just going to crease it there because that's where I want it to come. Okay, and then what I want is I want a Velcro dot, or if you use what do you call it? If you use magnets, you could use magnets, but I haven't prepped for that, so I'm going to get these out. So what I like about these ones is it's clear on one side. I want it to come there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Velcro dot on the top, and then I'm just going to bring that over as far as I can to that Velcro dot. I wanted it in line with this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick that down all the way down to there. You can cut this off, it doesn't need to be this long. I'm just trying to be quick. Nice and tight. And there we have it, we're all done. So I'll just give you a quick flip through so that you can see it in its whole entirety. And then you can let me know what you think. So I hope you enjoyed that. This kit is absolutely beautiful. All the details will be down below for you to be able to get your hands on this kit and to see any other of the design team and what they produced this month. So hopefully you will see quite a few different projects, you know, with makes for this kit. So let me just give you the final flip through of that and we can get on. Right, so there's the folio and that's the front. I actually quite like it. I think it's come out really well. We have now the first time you do this, it's quite, there we go. So we have a Velcro closure there just to hold it all in one place because it will get fatter. So that's your front of a pocket. Then you've got the inside. You've also got this tag here, which is a journaling spot. You can put a little piece of card in there. I would put probably a green piece in just to bring that green out. And then we've got another journaling card there in a pocket, so you could put more in that pocket. You've got a little tag there as a journaling card, and that goes into this little pocket here. Then you've got exactly the same on this side, so you've got a nice little cluster on the front there with a large journaling tag inside the top. You've got a medium-sized journaling tag and a small one there. So loads of room in here. And then in the middle you have two little journaling tags there and there, which are pretty cool. Again, I think I would have incorporated the green on there. And there you have it. And what you actually do, close that up, and then when you come to put that into a journaling page or on a journaling page, you literally just glue the whole thing down to your page and it's ready made. So I hope you enjoyed that. Check out everybody else that's in the design team and on Vals Crafts Creations group, and I hope you get some full inspiration from all of that. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.